How are you? It's Karen with Happily Planning with Karen. If it's your first time, hi! And for everyone else, welcome back. Now today you might say, Karen, what on earth is this dreadful backdrop you've got with these marks on? Oh yeah. This is my old tablecloth, and this is a plastic covered tablecloth, and I've ordered a new one which hasn't quite come yet, and we're using it because we're going to get into a mess. So I've got things like sellotape marks and stuff I can't get off this, so I thought if I make a mess it doesn't matter, whereas if I use one of my normal backdrops, then if I make a mess then obviously I've got to throw them away. So that's why. So if you ever go at this, make sure whatever you're using, you don't care if it gets a bit dirty. So I don't care. It's due any time soon, actually. It's been a long time, this new tablecloth coming, but anyway, doesn't matter. I take a different angle to my conversation. Nothing unusual there. About a year ago, I had to go at foiling myself, and I got a very old laminator, and while it worked, it wasn't the best thing ever. And I was watching a British YouTuber called Duxina, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, and she was doing all foiling, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to have a go. So that's what I've done. So there's actually two ways you can foil yourself at home. Now the first way is obviously with an inkjet laser printer, and if you've got one of those, it will then automatically put the ink onto your paper, and you put it with foil on, run it through your laminator or your minx machine, and it's done. But if you haven't got one of those printers, which I haven't, I bought myself a toner ink marker, and this is just off of Amazon. It's the Mink brand, and I'll link what I can down below. And you literally just write on your acetate or on your vellum with this, and then we can foil it that way. So I've already done two. I've had to practice because when you're writing, it's difficult, isn't it? So I've just done one with my signature on. It's not quite my signature because I was behaving myself, but it is kind of. And then funny squiggles I put on everything, and the reason I put those on, interesting for you to know, is Nick Rhodes from Duran Duran. He always did it, and so I started doing it about the age of 15, and it stuck with me. It's amazing how you train yourself, isn't it? And then even though I like John and not Nick, but anyway, and then here I've done another one, and that's my word for the year, growth, and I've really gone over it to make sure it's really thick and black, so hopefully that will foil up lovely. So that's the first way, so we're going to do that way. Then there's another way, and it involves mess, glue and a paint pot. So let me get everything. So that's what I need. It's called Deco Foil Transfer Gel Duo. You can use it with heat or with no heat, and with a paintbrush. So first of all, I've got some stencils. So I've not tried this, so this is going to be our first time doing it together. So underneath I've just got the tissue paper that came with the vellum, and I've got a stencil here, and this is from Tim Holtz, and it's all bubbles. So what I'm going to do is put the stencil on here, like so. This is exciting, isn't it? Now I've got to somehow secure it, because if I don't, it's going to move. So I'm going to do it with some washi. So I'm using some Simply Gilded washi, which is a bit sacrilege really, isn't it? But I don't really use it, and so it doesn't matter, does it? Right, I want to get this completely straight. So if I put that there like that, just so that it doesn't move, because I don't want this to move at all. And this corner as well. Right, there. Glue, lid off. Oh, it's all white and runny, and okay. Did you do that with your face cream? Get it off the lid as well. Right, so all we're going to do now is we're just going to paint it on. I'm going to make sure we get it into all of the nooks and crevices. Now this is quite a complicated pattern for a first time go, don't you think? I think it is. I can't decide if I'm very brave or very stupid. But you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Then, when you've actually finished it, what we're going to do is very carefully peel that up. Like so. It gets exciting, doesn't it? Now, I haven't figured out how I'm going to do the bit in the middle yet. I haven't figured that one out because that goes all the way, doesn't it? I'm now going to do the other end, I think. And we'll do the bit in the middle after. That's the only problem when you have a small stencil, because you can't do it all at once. So let's put this one down. Exactly the same as before. So there's going to be a bit in the middle I haven't done, but I'm going to do that afterwards somehow. Or I could do something different, couldn't I, in the middle? So let's get this all on. And then again, very carefully take it up. Now I'm going to leave that to dry. Ooh, it's very exciting, isn't it? And then we'll come back to that when it's all clear. But I'm going to do a few others so we can have a go at some other patterns as well. And I'll fast forward us through those. I've got all these different stencils. Oh, I like the dots. I do like the dots. I like the stars. I like the dots, I like the stars. Waves. Some little ones, some uniform dots. Ooh. Some bigger prints. What have I got here? A flower. It's nice, a rose. That's another release. You see, you catch me at them all, aren't you? Okay. Oh, we've got a heart there. Okay. Some others, right. Okay. So, oh, I've got lots to be playing with. Right. Shall we do the heart? Let's do the heart one. And let's get that as central as we can. And off we go again. And it's about making sure you get the glue into all the corners of the stencil without it going underneath and joining, if you know what I mean. And the thing with this is when it dries tacky. And then you put your foil on, put it through your laminator, you take it off and it's foiled. So yeah. Savannah's just said to Blake, where's Mum? And Blake's just said she's in the dining room playing with glue. We're not going there. Right, you can do it freehand as well with just a brush, and we're just going to put some marks on. And this will bring up a different texture. Because you can seriously do just whatever you want, can't you? With the thinner one. Maybe I should have done a more unified pattern, but I didn't. So it will be what it will be. So everything's dry. Can you see? It's got these, it's like translucent little dots. This is one of the ones we did. And if you press it, it's just a bit tacky. So that's perfect. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this off. Now I left this in my room for, what, about 3 hours? Because I wanted to make sure it was properly dry. Oops, right, so then. We've now got our piece of vellum with all of our glue dots on. So all I'm going to do now is get some foil, and I think for this one I'm going to use some silver star, some sparkling silver stars. So what I'm going to do is try and open the, it's like opening a bottle of wine, you know, when you haven't got a corkscrew. So these ones come in small sheets, so how are these going to fit? Are these better going widthways? Possibly. So all you're going to do is put it on top, and you do it so that the actual foiling is face up, because you want it to stick to the bottom, because this is the bit that's going to be showing to everybody. So you put that down like so, and then my other piece, this one's a smaller set, if you like, so you don't have to cut it as much. So there we go. So we've got that and that. Now what I'm going to do now is just trim this excess off, because that, you keep that because you can use that for something else. So never throw away vellum. I mean, never throw away your foil, especially at the price. And I love this. I'm going to get some more of this if it works out. I hope it works out. Especially if you're not crafty, it's difficult, isn't it? But I get fed up of ordering foils and vellums and having to wait forever for them. It just drives me mad. And this one. I mean, look, isn't that pretty? Really pretty. So now, if we look, I'll just take that little bit off the bottom. Now some people put this in their laminator exactly as it is now, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to risk it with the foil, because it's brand new laminator and I want to make sure nothing gets left behind. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put a piece of A4 paper underneath and a piece of A4 paper on top and make a sandwich. That's all I'm going to do. Now, we're going to run it through our laminator. So I'm putting it face up. You can put it face up or face down. It's a new laminator, so hopefully it'll work nicely with it being face up. And it's a nice wide one. Oh, it's like waiting for a cake to bake, isn't it, this, as it feeds its way through. But there's no laminator pouch, there's nothing, there's just paper on it to protect the foil. And there it is, it's coming out the other side. So yeah, so exciting. Oh, I love this. Well, I've been waiting for it to dry. I've been adding some more foil to my basket, because I'm naughty. Right, is that done? And that's done. So when it's out, I just turn my laminator off, put it to the side. What we're going to do now is we're going to take this off. I'm going to take the other piece of paper off. And you're left with your sheet. And as you can see, all the dots the other side are a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Pronounced. So, shall we try? Ooh. So let's take it off and see how this one has gone. Was this one? Yeah, it was the one off the stencil. It was, I've done a hand-drawn one, or I was going to. Are you seeing this? You see, look how pretty that is afterwards. You can put that in your planner, so don't throw that away. And then, So that glue has allowed the foil to transfer onto my vellum. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? And it's stars, holographic stars. Oh, I love that. I love that. Right, I'm going to do the others and I'll show you all the ones I've done. We've done it, and as you can see, pink. So shall we have a look at them now? After I started pulling off a few, I thought I'd do it with you so you can see. So the first one I did, if you remember, was really intricate, and oh, it's got a bit of a... First one I did was really intricate, and when I've actually ended up foiling it, I must, because it's such an intricate pattern, there's hardly any gaps. So I don't know if you can see. Can you see very slightly? It's the circles. So that one, it's not fab, but you know what? I made it, and it's my first one. And it's just got a bit of texture now. So that's the first one I did. Then I went on to the shiny, sparkly star one, as you saw. And oh, I love this. I love this. I mean, look at all those colours in there. So I've got vellum there, and it'll be enough to do 1, maybe 2 spreads in that. So I love that. There, this one, look at this. This is holographic, and it was my wave one. And I just love this. I love how it's come out now. It's very busy. It is. This is the one where I cut the stencil down. But do you know what? Isn't that fabulous? And it's a nice vellum as well. It's, you know, quite a thick vellum. And love that. Then, oh, it comes to the stage where we're doing it together. So let's zoom in a bit closer. And let's pull this one off slowly and see what's happened. Ah, right, this was the star one, and I did holographic on this one. So how's that worked out? Do you know, it's not bad at all. I don't know if you'll pick it up on the camera, but it's come out quite nice. There's a few like bits every now and then, but do you know what? That's really nice. And it's holographic stars. And when it's across white, maybe, would that be better to show you? Oh, there you go, Karen. So there you go. So that's just really lovely, isn't it? Some foiled acetate, my own foiling, my own errors. But you know what? It's fun. And then this is what was left. So you could save it. You can do something with it if you want to. You can't really use it again, but yeah, so you got that. Maybe not one of the better patterns, but even so. Now these are the ones that I use my pen for. Remember when I wrote on it? So let's try this. Let's do the date in the corner first. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Right, shall we see how this worked? Oh, there you go. There you go. That's lovely, isn't it? Holographic stars. And that's my word for the year. You know, for in your... That's lovely. I like that. I really like that. So that's how I'm so excited. And then you see you've got that. So you could do all sorts of things with that. But what I'll do is I'll cut it down so I can use the rest, I think, because you can't really use the word, can you? Then this one is another one. This is the one I did with my name on. I like this. Can you tell? I really like this. That's my name, my signature on some acetate. I mean, you can have so much fun with this, can't you? And I mean, it's my signature, but unless you knew, well, you would know, wouldn't you? Because planners know how to do things like this. Now, this one is my heart. Now, as you can see, I really, really like this paper. So let's try it. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Hearts. Let's put it up with the paper. And that was with the stencil and the glue. Look at it. It's like gems, isn't it? How beautiful is that? Oh yeah, that's lovely, that is. Oh, I'm really thrilled. This has really worked out lovely. And look, you've got that, so you could tip that in somewhere, some maybe Valentine's Day. I could tip that in, or you You can do all sorts of things. So don't throw away the bits that come out nice. The bits that don't come out nice, well, yes. Talking of which, I kind of had a bit of disaster, but I saved it. And I carried on. Because I've got an ABS button, is it, on my laminator. So I saved it and I carried on because I thought I might not be able to use that half, but I can use this half. So, oh, this was the paintbrush one. This was the one I did freehand, remember? That's really lovely as well. Look at that. I'm going to put that somewhere so it flattens. Isn't that lovely? I mean, look at all the bright cut. It's just beautiful. Oh, I adore this. I truly, truly adore this. And then the last one. So it just shows you don't give up. Even if things go wrong, don't give up. So the very last one, and this is some acetate, and it's the same version, but it's on acetate. Let's move those out of the way. This is the one where I lost concentration, I think, and I didn't do it in a pattern. It was more random than specific. But look at that. Gemstones. I mean, this is really lovely. And I mean, where would I get anything like this from? Just shows you, even if you're not artistic, just a simple brush stroke. Oh, I hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed that and I can't wait to use them. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button coming at the end of the video and the notification bell. That way then you'll know whenever I've uploaded a video, and it's up to yourselves if you'd like to watch. But thanks so much, guys. Hope that you've enjoyed that, and I hope that's been of help. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, it's never too late to get happily planning. Bye for now. Bye.